Hi, welcome to the Los Olivos Wine Merchant and Cafe, where you not only get to taste California's Central Coast wines, but you also get to meet the winemakers. Today, I have my neighbor, David Delaski of Solminer Wines. Am I saying? So, David, if you can sum yourself up in one word, a essence of your personality that gets infused into your wine as a winemaker, what would that be?
That's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of words that I'll probably string together at some point.
Okay.
But if you have to put it into one, I think it's passion. And
Haven't had that one yet.
really,
That's good.
see,
No,
because
that's a great
I'm
one,
thinking
yeah.
it's overused.
I'm surprised it hasn't been used.
I'm thinking it's overused, it's cheesy, but it really comes down to passion because that leads into everything.
Mm-hmm.
You have, and not just passion for great wine, but
in anything you do.
yeah,
If you
passion
don't have it, then,
for
yeah.
right for our whole life, everything that we're doing, and then we want people to experience that passion as well, and then be passionate.
So, how did your passion for making wine begin?
Well, I think everything that I've done in my life has some element of creativity and uniqueness, and I think that's kind of what drives me passionately. That's personally. Now,
Even when you were a bouncer for for the studios.
That's right. Well, I've had a lot of, I've been a lot of things. I've been called a lot of things, but really the creative things, creative pursuits always really called me, and I think wine is definitely one of those one of those pursuits where you can be really creative. Now, also a major part of the passion is in 2009, I met my wife, Anna, and she had just moved here from Austria. We met in LA, and of course our love story started, our passion together really generated a lot in regards to where we are now. She's from the Wachau wine region in Austria, and so we spent a lot of time there and here in the Central Coast, in Italy, and finally at one point we looked at each other. We looked each other in the eyes, and we're like, should we?
David.
Right. Let's do something with wine. And we got the house. We moved up here, and we had a son, our son Linus, and we started to work.
Adorable.
Yeah. So we started to work as a family, and create this whole energy, and it's produced these lovely wines.
I wanted to ask you about your label. Is that you, the little guy digging with like a hoe in the ground? Is that you?
Yeah, that's what my son always said. Papa. Yeah. Weeding. He's a little digger, and so our name, Solminer, we created that word. We put the word soul for son and minor, kind of to kind of impart the idea.
I didn't put that together.
Soul miner. So we're mining the sun, and we're harvesting the bounty of
cool.
things from the soil.
I never put that together.
Yeah,
That's great. I love it.
exactly. So that's we knew from the very beginning that we wanted to be completely organic, because we live about 10 feet from the vines. So we didn't want to have anything that would. You have the same. You have the same issue,
You have
right?
kids, and you have a vine as your front yard and backyard. You don't want to.
Exactly. In the sprayer, and the sprayer comes through, and whatever the plants are, you're breathing it in. So for our neighbors and ourselves,
you won't have any weeds growing on you, but.
Well, weeds are
good.
Weeds are a problem that should be thought about and considered. Right. They shouldn't just be, we have weeds, let's kill them with chemicals. We should think about why we're having weeds and how to have less weeds, and
they have nutrients in them too. They put them back into the soil. You got to control it so they don't take over.
Exactly. So a lot of that comes in, and then we have a lot of farm animals. We have sheep, chickens, donkeys. We're looking at the farm as a whole system. Rather than just having agriculture, we think that the animals are very important because they create compost, and
you really couldn't do that on a big scale the way you guys do it with having a small vineyard, being small producers. Maybe you could. You just have to get more sheep, more donkeys, but
yeah, in certain ways it's harder to do things on a small scale because the cost per vine is, it's the economy of scale.
Right.
But again, I think it's not about commerce or business. It's about what we're passionate about. So interested in being connected to the energy of the animals and the vines, and how they work together, and how things work in cycles. So
is there anything, because that, you guys came here from LA, so different. I know Anna was raised in Austria, so maybe she from a rural community? Or?
Yes.
So that might be part of her upbringing.
Absolutely.
But still, she was in the big city for a lot of time, right?
Well, but her passion has always been with the environment and with sustainability. She studied wood engineering, and she worked for furniture companies on FSC certifications, and so she's always focused on like what's best for the land. So that's
so since you
great.
have moved out here, is there anything, because I know you did a little bit like, oh, we're living here part-time, and then a little bit more and a little bit more. Now you're here full-time. You are...
Yeah, we're done. We're lost. We're here.
You're here.
It's like...
So is there anything that you're looking at going, whoa, this is way different than I expected it to be?
I just never thought I'd be out in the middle of the field doing what I'm doing. 6-7 years ago, it's just like, I get up in the morning, I feed my sheep, I scratch my donkey's butt, and it's like, and the little baby one's like nibbling me on the ear, and I feel truly blessed that we took that leap of faith, and we came here, and now that's our daily life, and our life for our son as well. You're
living the dream.
It's a lot of fun.
You made it work for you. You made it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You made it happen.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
David is going to be here at the cafe on April 28th from 5:30 to 6:30 pouring his wine, so you can actually meet him in person then. Well, thank you, David. It was a pleasure learning a little bit, going a little bit deeper with your interest in how you guys came here and what your focus is.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm really looking forward to people coming in and trying the wines. And
so, in fact, they're all going to be 20% off this month. These 3 wines, you'll be able to come in the Los Olivos Wine Merchant and Cafe, and they'll be available at 20% off in the house. And also, they'll be on a tasting flight. So, if you want to try all 3 of them, line up and go, okay, let me see which ones I like, and maybe you'll like all 3. You'll be able to get a tasting flight of all 3 of those. Also, they will be available online. So if you're not able to come to the restaurant, you're too far away, you can just go on our website, and that is winemerchantcafe.com. And they will also be on our featured wine category at 20% off.